In the quiet village of Umuli, surrounded by green hills and red clay roads, lived a girl named Nia. While the other children ran through the farmlands and climbed mango trees, Nia sat alone under the big Iroko tree near her home, staring at the sky. People called her odd. Even her mother sometimes sighed and shook her head. But Grandma Olama, her mother's mother, always smiled and said, "Rain talks to those who listen." Rain talks to those who listen, Grandma Olama said gently. One breezy afternoon, Nia sat beneath the Iroko tree, humming a song that only she knew. The wind rustled the leaves gently. "Rain, are you there?" Nia asked softly with a questioning tone. A soft wind brushed her cheek in reply. "I'm here too," Nia said softly, happiness in her voice. The villagers never understood why Nia talked to the sky, but she didn't mind. When she spoke, not too heavy, not too late. It started slowly. 1 week passed, then 2. The rain didn't come. At first, the villagers didn't worry too much. They thought it was just a delay. "Rain no day rush," Papa Udo said, waving his hand. "Ego come." But by the 3rd week, the skies remained dry. The leaves on the cassava and maize began to turn brown. Cracks opened in the ground, and the once bubbling river now moved sluggishly, its song a weak whisper. Children who used to splash in the stream now stared at it sadly, their buckets empty. One hot afternoon, the village elders gathered under the big palm tree near the square. Chief Ekene sat in the center, fanning himself with a raffia fan. "This one no be normal again," he said, looking at the faces of the elders. "We need to act." The priest of the shrine, Dibia Ogbunik, nodded slowly. "The gods must be angry." Grandma Olama sat on her woven mat, plaiting Nia's hair while they watched the orange sun melt behind the hills. "Grandma, why does nobody believe me?" Nia asked. "Because they have forgotten how to listen. But the sky listens, rain hears, and one day they will too," the old woman replied, her fingers gentle. "I hope so, Grandma, I really do," Nia said. "It's just so frustrating," she added. "Patience, child. The world has a way of revealing the truth in its own time," Grandma Olama said. Nia looked up. The clouds were turning gray. She smiled. "It is coming, Grandma," Nia said. "So it is, child," Grandma Olama replied. But the peace in Umule was about to be shaken. For many seasons had passed with regular rain, but this time something was about to change. Women slowly used mirrors near the river, then an old taboo. The rain didn't come. Nia stood at the edge of the crowd, watching. Her heart beat fast. She felt deep in her belly that the rain was waiting, but for what? She didn't know. Later that evening, as the sky turned red with heat and dust, Nia sat with Grandma Olama again. "Grandma, I no feel good. The rain ide silent. Like say ide vex," Nia said. Olama nodded slowly and said, "Then maybe it's time you go speak to Am again." "But where I go see Am now?" Nia asked. Olama's voice dropped low, like wind in the tall grass. She said, "You must go where others no fit go, beyond the hills, to the land beyond the sky." Nia stared at her, eyes wide, and asked, "That place real?" Olama said, "The sky has doors only the pure in heart can find, but it no go be easy." Nia looked at the dusty ground, then at the gray sky. She thought of Mama, the empty pots in the kitchen, the dry fields, and the children who no longer laughed. "I go try," she whispered. The next morning, while the village still slept, Nia tied her wrapper, picked her small calabash, put roasted yam in a pouch, and set off toward the distant hills. The earth was hot beneath her feet, but she didn't stop. She didn't look back. Her journey had begun. For the hills rose like a wall of green giants. Trees with wide branches reached for the sky, and the air inside was thick and cool, different from the dry heat of the village. As Nia stepped under the canopy, the rustling leaves above whispered secrets. Her calabash swayed in her hand, while the roasted yam in her pouch pressed gently against her hip. Every step felt like entering another world. Birds called from high branches, insects buzzed and jumped from leaf to leaf. The soil was soft under her feet, and fallen leaves crackled softly with each step. She could hear her heart beat louder than anything else. Walking for hours, Nia found a clearing where sunlight broke through the trees like golden fingers. She sat beneath a pawpaw tree and drank from the small water gourd tied to her wrapper. She was about to close her eyes to rest when she heard it. A low hum. It was faint at first, like someone singing from far away. Her ears perked up. She stood and followed the sound, pushing aside thick leaves with her hands. The humming grew louder and deeper, almost like a voice trapped in the wind. Then she saw it. a small pool in the middle of the forest. The water was still, too still, but the trees around it moved as if something was breathing through them. A soft but clear voice called. Her heart jumped. She looked around. No one was there. Don't be afraid, you have entered the sacred grove. This is the first gate, the voice said. Who are you? Naya asked. The pool shimmered, and the woman's face returned. I am the spirit of the earth beneath the rain. You must pass the 3 gates before you see the Rain King, the spirit of the earth declared. I'm ready, Nia said. Then listen well. To move forward, you must leave something behind, something you love, the spirit of the earth explained. Nia's eyes widened. Her fingers gripped her calabash tighter. She thought of Grandma Olama, of Mama's, landed on the pouch of roasted yam, the only food she brought. She untied the pouch slowly and placed it beside the pool. The earth trembled softly. The pool shimmered. Go, child, the voice said. You have passed the first gate. Naya stood up slowly. Her stomach grumbled, but her spirit felt light. The trees ahead parted slightly as if welcoming her. She pressed forward, deeper into the unknown. As Nia moved deeper into the forest, the air thickened around her. The light dimmed as the trees leaned together, their trunks twisting like shadows. Each step she took made the forest feel more alive, more watchful. She walked carefully, her bare feet brushing against fallen petals and slippery moss. Please, the voice came again, this time from the left. Nia, come back home. Her eyes darted back and forth. No one was there, but the voice sounded just like her mother's. Another voice joined in, Grandma Olama's. Nia, you dey suffer yourself. Come back, my pekin, Nia said, concerned. Nia stepped back, her heart racing. The trees around her shimmered as if they were made of smoke. She shook her head, trying to convince herself. No, be real. Not test, Nia said, determined. But the voices grew louder, surrounding her with heightened intensity. You will get lost, Nia, the voices said, ominously. You go die for inside this place, the voices threatened. The voices surrounded her, people she knew, even her friends from the village. Tears filled her eyes as the forest began to swirl chaotically. I know they go back, Nia declared, defiant. Suddenly, the ground shook beneath Nia. A gust of wind rushed by, clearing the voices. Silence returned to the forest. A figure, a little girl with skin like ash and eyes like an empty sky, stepped from behind a tall palm. Who are you? Nia asked, curious. I'm you, if you give up, the girl said, her voice like dry leaves. Nia opened her mouth, but no words came out. If you turn back now, this is who you'll become. Lost, forgotten, empty, the girl warned, her tone foreboding. I know, go give up. I go meet the Rain King, Nia said, determined. The figure smiled sadly and vanished like mist. A soft blue light glowed up ahead, showing a path. The trees, which once whispered, now stood still, and the silence felt peaceful. Nia wiped her tears and stepped onto the path. She had passed the second gate, the Forest of Echoes.